How are we doing, guys? I hope you're all well. Just a quick recap from the previous week. 115 pips banked in a very slow market. That's 6 winners, 1 break even and 2 losing trades for the week. We was expecting a lot more. For some of you guys that follow the markets will understand we're at a lot of crucial turning points. A lot of the key daily trends or a lot of the key daily markets are sitting at the end of phase 2. Phase 2 being the weakest part of a trend. So as we look into this week, as I said, we're looking for a lot of the markets to turn. There's a few exciting charts that we'll be taking a look at now. Hoping to catch longer term trends, getting the markets back into phase 1. Phase 1 on a daily time frame will obviously leave you with multiple opportunities on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour and smaller, as the smaller time frames provide more bars, more opportunities, cycle more frequently. So I'll hand you over to Atif. We'll take a look at a few of the daily timeframes now. As I said, there's some good charts setting up for next week.
Thank you, James. And again, it's all about patience. As you mentioned, it's daily phase 2s at the moment, lots of end of daily phase 1s. And at this time, at these sort of times, you just hold on to your money, which you've worked hard to earn, and just wait for the right moments to capitalize again. So I'll start off with the euro here. We've seen, if you look over here, we've seen a break in trend. So it was in a downtrend, and then we had a really bullish
sharp
move here, sharp move, break of trend, and now it's pulling back. So that's the daily phase 2. What I'm looking for next week, possibly sort of the midweek time, is price to reach around this sort of area here, possibly down to the monthly pivot, and a slowdown in the selling. I mentioned it a couple of times before in previous videos. When we look at daily phase 2 and then turn to daily phase 1, it's dropping down to the smaller time frame, so like the 4 hour or the 1 hour, and just look. So at the moment, the 1 hour and 4 hour in a downtrend. Once you see a slowdown in price, you should see buyers come back in, and we see a reversal pattern. So it could be a head and shoulders, a double bottom, and that's when we start trading daily phase 1 again. And then once the daily phase 1 starts, you drop down to a smaller time frame, use the core strategy, get down to 1 hour, get down to the 4 hours, the bounces of the 20, and just scale in as price moves higher. That's the euro there. Another one I'm keeping an eye on is dollar CAD. Been ranging for a long time here, and the price popped its head out here and just slammed down, tanking and breaking, supporting over here, and now what we're seeing is a retest of that level. Again, same sort of rules. This time it's a downtrend. So the phase 2, if you drop down onto the 4 hour, you can see higher highs, higher lows. 1 hour as well, higher highs, higher lows. So again, I'm around this sort of area where I've marked. Slow down in the buying. Look for that reversal pattern, head and shoulders, double top this time, and then again trade it to the downside here, scaling in on the smaller time frames using core strategy.
And you have the confidence to do so, as it is the first change of direction, first cycle after EMA crossover, which gives you confidence to continue trading that market short.
Absolutely, and it's also easier to trade. We know it's in trend, and it's easy to trade. There's lots of opportunities, and you're making that money. Next one is dollar yen, which has been very slow. We all know it's in a downtrend. This is typical phase 2 movement, very slow, struggling up consolidation. Now, the key thing for dollar yen, it is very, again, especially around the crosses, weekly levels, it's very oversold. So the key thing here is this is the area where I'm expecting price to move back to. And if you see a strong sort of sellers come back in here, then expect another move down to the downside. Again, just follow the trend. We're in daily time frame. Buyers smash through here into this yellow box area here. Then it would put me off shorting any sort of yen pairs, including dollar yen. So just keep an eye on for that.
When's the seasonal strong period for yen?
We're bang on in the seasonal strong period for yen. And the thing is, right at the start of the seasonal strong period, it actually was it actually reached extreme strength against the other majors. So it was a bit of a, will it continue or not continue? Yeah. Because extreme strength doesn't last long, as we've seen before, as well as extreme weakness. So this is the key area to look out for. So just watch out for that. Next one is gold. We've seen a move back down after a really bullish move here. Sort of when it came to the level where I was expecting it to sort of pull back to. Again, we saw buyers coming back in. I still expect some sort of consolidation move. Yeah. If you look at the uptrend in the past, you see it's always been against the daily 20 EMA. Bounced, respected very well. And it's only just catching up now. So maybe another sort of move down there, maybe a double bottom, and then shoot off again. And again, with these metals, including gold, the main seasonal bottom period is mid-June area. So we're still within that range, and then they tend to do really well in July and August. So another one to watch out for. Silver, if you trade silver, it doesn't move as much as gold, but it does follow the same pattern. We see it climb up again, and it's probably going to produce a lower high if it gets to this sort of region. But as I said before, it follows gold. So if gold starts moving up, then this is another opportunity and another chart to trade. Okay. Pound. Okay, so after a struggling sort of few days, as we've seen here, zoom in here. I was actually hoping that we get to at least this monthly pivot level before we go down, before it moves down again, because pound is seasonally weak till possibly sort of late June and end of month, and then July is a good month where we start buying pound again. But it's broken that level. So if I zoom down to the 4 hour, this was the one where it was ranging in between, and then today it's broken that level. So now we know, we've got a clear picture. It's basically trading pound all the way down. I would say at least reaching this sort of level here, and possibly beyond. Yeah. Depends on what the momentum is next week. Aussie, we're in a monthly downtrend, phase 1, weekly downtrend. It was a phase 2, and as expected, we did expect to move back up, but we also expected very sort of struggling price action, not much momentum, and that's what we got, and it just finally broke a level. So again, shorts all the way. Next week, this sort of level, if I zoom out a little bit here, just zoom back in here so you can see, that's sort of the swing low area in 2016. So that's an area to target first. If it breaks further, then we have the monthly pivot. The S2, sorry. Kiwi, pretty much the same. Monthly downtrend, weekly downtrend. We have the phase 2, weekly phase 2 struggling. Buyers sort of reached that resistance level, which we sort of identified, especially in the advanced weekly analysis, and it's just tanked. First sort of target area is the swing low here, and if I could see the S2, it is just below here. So if it breaks below, then that's the one target. Last sort of chart I wanted to sort of highlight was CAD yen. Now again, keep a watch on dollar yen, as highlighted before. If it breaks above that resistance level, then it will put me off shorting any sort of yen pairs. At the moment, most of the yen pairs are in a downtrend, and so continue selling those. CAD yen is an interesting one, because if dollar CAD stalls in that resistance level and then CAD actually gains strength, what you see over here is, well, what I would like to see here is a higher low form, and then it continues to the upside. So we had this downtrend, a strong phase 2, and then we're just seeing small seller bars here. If it stays above this level, we can see
it's the right shoulder as well.
Right shoulder, yep, absolutely. We've seen it move multiple times from this level before, so that's another one to keep an eye on, and that's probably the one where it might just go the opposite way to the other yen pairs, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, cool. So as you can see, guys, there's multiple opportunities to be looking out for next week. So a lot of the guys in the group will know we've been a little bit quiet this week, as we said, due to the markets giving us more opportunities this week. We're coming back into daily trends and so on. We'll continue to provide you with signals, support, analysis, coaching sessions and whatnot next week. So for you guys that are not involved, drop us a message and we hope to welcome you into our community soon.